Hey kids, let's play a game. Who has a greater understanding of human empathy? The body horror brain slugs from Star Trek?
We seek peaceful coexistence.
Or Adolf Musk? Well, yeah, gotta give it to him. He really committed to that with a Bleh.
Good. Use your aggressive feelings, boy. Let the hate flow through you.
Now, Musk runs have an interesting defense for this, that he says, but he sends his heart out to people.
I bring you love.
My heart goes out to you.
You know, just how the brain slugs said that they wanted peace.
We seek peaceful coexistence.
You see, there's this thing called body language, which is pretty deeply ingrained in that even people who have been blind since birth, people who have never seen a smile in their lives, still smile when they're happy. And there are normal ways that you express that your heart goes out to people, usually involving smiles and hearts. They don't usually involve grunts or tense, angry, thrusting movements. And generally the only reason you would repeat something like this is to emphasize that it wasn't a mistake. And you'll be happy to know this symbol of Elon Musk sending out his love has already been projected onto the side of the Tesla factory in Germany, which the Musk defenders have assured me just means I send you love in German. And the irony, even if this had been done intentionally by Elon Musk, it still wouldn't rival the disaster that Cybertruck and Starship have been. Now, there will be those who'll argue with a straight face that, but Elon Musk is a special needs child. You can't just judge him like a functional adult.
If you believe he's a Nazi,
Right.
You're going to see him do a silly hand gesture and see that as that.
Well, he's saying my heart goes
Right,
out to you.
Elon Musk was speaking at a rally, and he grasped his chest and he flung his arm out and said, "My heart goes out to all of you."
That's my heart goes out to you. Here's what he did the other day. I think it's pretty clear.
And no, Musk knows exactly what he's doing here. He would quite happily pull lots of goofy faces to get the favourable memes. So why did he think that this was the new brand image that both Tesla and SpaceX needed? Well, I think it's actually a lot simpler than most people are thinking. You see, everyone has the same awakening with Musk, and it goes a little something like this from Rob Hilton a couple of years back. He talked about electric cars, and I don't know anything about cars, so when people said he was a genius, I figured he must be a genius. He talked about rockets, and I don't know anything about rockets, so when people said he was a genius, I figured he must be a genius. Now he's talking about software. I happen to know a lot about software, and Elon Musk is saying the stupidest shit I've ever heard anyone say, so when people say he's a genius, I figure I should stay the hell away from his cars and rockets. And we would like to welcome the latest members of the Figuring Out Elon Musk is a Bullshit Artist members to the club, the Gamers.
Exactly should you call it when the world's richest businessman, who's supposedly going to send the human race to Mars with his various companies, also happens to have the incoming president's overwhelming favor as he gets appointed to official positions in government reform for the most powerful nation on Earth? What exactly do you call it when that man is outright faking his own prominence in popular video games, claiming to be either one of the best or the actual top speedrunner?
Are you in the top 20 in the world or
Yeah.
top 20? Wow, in Diablo.
Yeah.
He was the fastest of a minuscule self-reporting sample size for a non-official leaderboard, speedrunning one type of dungeon using an openly broken exploit for a tiny sliver of time. when not even a fraction of 1% of the game's player base even competes. That's it.
If you think about like StarCraft or any game like Quake, any game where a lot of people are playing, to rise to the top, you have to be exceptional, period, as a human being.
Yeah.
There has to be something exceptional about you.
Yeah. Actually, if I mention Quake, way back in the day, I was one of the world's best Quake players.
I know we talked about this.
Yeah,
Hold on. Was Elon Musk any good?
He was okay. I mean,
you could be honest.
He wasn't very. He wasn't very good.
The gamers, Elon, the gamers are laughing at you because you claim to be one of the best gamers in the world at the age of 50, which is like, no. You see, pro gamers is basically a young person's game. Yeah, and we're talking mid-teens to mid-20s, that sort of thing. After that, you start to lose your edge. You know, because in the game where the first guy to die loses, when you start to lose your edge, you're on your way down. Yeah, it turns out the esports is remarkably similar to the regular sports in that it's a young person's game. In the games Musk's talking about, there are no 50-year-olds in the Pro League. This is gaming, Elon. It's not like SpaceX or Tesla or something. You can't just turn up and take credit for all the work other people did. Oh no, wait, it is. I mean, what? Did you really think that Musk was there designing rockets and cars?
You got to look at Elon. I mean, SpaceX. I mean, Tesla. You know, Neuralink. The guy is our Einstein, and so.
Yeah, except Einstein did his own work. Most optimistically, Musk is a bullshitting salesman. Musk just takes credit for the work of the actual engineers, splurishly hand-waving along the way that it's all due to his visionary genius. You know, just like his Path of Exile characters were all due to his hard work playing the characters.
But when demonstrating himself playing these characters, it was literally like watching a kid with next to zero game knowledge.
Yeah, that's pretty much how I felt in 2016 when I first made a video about how Musk's unveiling of the Hyperloop just highlighted the fact that he didn't understand the physics at all.
Misusing, misclicking, and misunderstanding fundamental and very basic in-game mechanics that no player ever, with the ability to legitimately get a character to rank 7 globally.
And no, none of this has made Musk any money. None of his companies actually make a profit outside of government subsidies. His wealth is almost exclusively from the value of the stock in his companies. Those companies' values are based on his vaporware promises.
Forbes magazine has downgraded the net worth of Elizabeth Holmes from $4.5 billion to nothing.
Now, I've been diligently cataloging why all this stuff that Elon Musk says is bullshit for the best part of a decade now, and many thanks to all those who supported this channel over the years through Patreon. If nothing else, it helped when the entire media was that Musk was the second coming of techno-Ponzi rocket Jesus.
Hey, now if you're looking for a good book recommendation, maybe you can try out the one I'm listening to right now, which is Elon Musk. This is a biography about one of the, in my view, most impressive entrepreneurs alive today.
And I was getting, how should I say, a little bit of abuse from the Musk fans.
Anyone mentions Elon in a less than flattering way, you will have the most unlovable Cro-Magnon swarm you, dogpiling like it's World War Z zombies to try and defend Elon from whatever the slight criticism or jokes were about him.
Yeah, that was my life for the best part of the last 10 years. But sooner or later, Musk talks about something that people actually know about, and they spot his bullshit almost immediately.
No person that legitimately can do anything at that level would ever be screwing up like him and acting like him, ever.
In the gaming case, Musk did the metaphorical equivalent of turning up near the summit of Mount Everest and claimed to be one of the most hardcore climbers in the entire world, and then went on to show his expertise by asking his fellow climbers what these strange, oversized pieces of string that everyone was carrying was for. You need to do something quick, Elon. Something bold. Something that will stop them from laughing at you. Something iconic that will mean that you won't instantly be a laughingstock. You know, for being on paper the richest man in the world, desperately trying to smear a gaming streamer.
Even leaking private messages with Asmongold as some sort of counterattack. He even went and temporarily took away the verification checkmark on Asmongold's Twitter account, like a temper-driven toddler. And when I look at everything in context, I think owning Twitter literally broke his brain.
Because he said one of the most obvious things ever.
It's hard to express at this point just how stupid this man has exposed himself to be. Not only is he insecure in his own video game accomplishments to a point he will violate the terms of service for high-profile titles to falsify said accomplishments.
You know, how can one of the best mountaineers in the entire world get to the top of Everest without actually knowing what a rope is? You need to take control, Elon. Let the ketamine flow through you. Give the little people something to remember you by.
Let the hate flow through you.
And yep, I think people are going to remember that one, Elon. Yeah, this is what Elon Musk will be remembered for. The guy who stood at a presidential inauguration and sent his heart out with the hatred and scorn that will burn the sky for 1,000 generations.
You know, there are elections that come and go. Some elections are, you know, important, some are not. But
they're eating the dogs, the people that came in. They're eating the cat.
But this one, this one really mattered.
And I went on groceries. It's a very simple word, groceries. Like almost, you know, who uses the word? I started using the word, the groceries. When you buy apples, when you buy bacon, when you buy eggs.
It is thanks to you that the future of civilization is assured.
They would double and triple the price over a short period of time. And I won an election based on that. We're going to bring those prices way down.
And I just want to say thank you for making it happen. Thank you. My heart goes out to you.
And I won an election based on that. We're going to bring those prices way down.
And he was going to do it on the first day of his presidency.
Starting on day one of my new administration, we will end inflation and we will make America affordable again because the prices are too high. The prices are too high.
And the first day of his presidency came, and gas prices up, and the prices of eggs were going to the moon. Highest prices in history.
And we're going to take Doge to Mars. I mean, can you imagine how awesome it will be to have American astronauts?
Yeah, I seem to recall having seen Musk's speeches like this before. Like in 2017, when Musk claimed that he had invented the tunnel and was going to use it to revolutionize transport.
Elon Musk says he's done it.
Finally, there's something that I think could solve the goddamn traffic problem. Plant the flag on another planet for the first time? Bam! Bam! Yeah! I mean, would it be incredible if you could travel around LA, New York, DC, Chicago, Paris, London, anywhere at 150 miles an hour? That'd be phenomenal.
Almost like an autonomous underground multi-level car system.
Yeah. That costs $1.
That costs $1, yeah, exactly.
Well, that was 2017. It must have made amazing progress since then. Right?
And one of the fundamental things, one of the most American values that I love is optimism. And this feeling like we're gonna make the future good. We're gonna make it good.
Tonight, with music blaring, a billionaire celebrates a big moment. Elon Musk says he's done it.
Finally, there's something that I think could solve the goddamn traffic problem. Yeah.
Using elevators to lower and lift vehicles, the Hawthorne Test Tunnel, stretching just over a mile, is finished.
You know, there need to be things that inspire you. There need to be things that make you glad to wake up in the morning and say, I'm looking forward to the future. Yeah.
Yeah, optimism. It's what Elon Musk calls his license to lie to people's faces without even the slightest hint of shame or remorse.
How inspiring would that be?
Or the trucks that were going to solve long-distance shipping.
And because these mega chargers are solar powered, your truck is running on sunlight. Every truck we sell will have enhanced autopilot as standard. Even if you're in the truck and you have a medical emergency, the truck will stay in lane and gradually come to a halt and put on the emergencies. If it doesn't hear a response from you, it will actually call emergency services and get an ambulance. It's going to take care of you, it's going to take care of other cars, it's going to take care of pedestrians. This is a massive increase in safety. And that's why we are guaranteeing that this truck will not break down for 1,000,000 miles.
There is maybe only 24 of these things on the road, and the internet is replete with images of these things broken down by the side of the road.
This is real, these are real numbers. And it only gets better than this. This is a worst case scenario.
And there's part of me that just does a kind of a chuckle at this, in that I made all these well-researched videos over the best part of a decade. But the one that seems to have really pushed people's buttons was cheating in a video game. You know, gazillions of multi-million-dollar frauds making the most ludicrous claims.
At this point, I think I know more about manufacturing than anyone currently alive on Earth. At one point, I really ran out of books and started reading the encyclopedia.
And he has a photographic memory, so he could remember everything.
He was such a genius that he was off the scale of what IBM could measure.
When Elon was 10 years old, he got tested by IBM, and he was found to have one of the highest aptitudes they'd ever seen for computer programming.
Yeah, totally. Because IBM is so in the business of testing 10-year-olds for their computing ability. Yeah, Musk has multiple lifetime bullshit awards and a gazillion multi-million-dollar scams to his name. But for a lot of people, cheating in a video game, now he's crossed a line. And it's like, meh, whatever. Well, I don't know, maybe they hadn't seen any of my videos. So maybe now's a good time to share this video with them, so people can appreciate the full spectrum of Musk's bullshit.
A Tesla truck considered by itself beats other diesel trucks. But what if you have a convoy? So what if you have two trucks following? What this means is it's not just economic suicide to use one diesel truck, it's economic suicide for rail. This beats rail.
Exactly 100% of everything that Elon Musk said there was untrue. And Musk's not beyond taking a completely 100% fake product and claiming that it's real. Like he did with the solar roof tile in 2016.
So we're going to show you, this is the before shot of that house over there. So that's what it looked like before. Now that's all solar.
That they said would change the world, which were, how shall I put this, unsurprisingly, totally fake.
How inspiring would that be? What about a loop? So we're trying to distinguish loop versus Hyperloop. Hyperloop would be where we draw a vacuum on the tunnel, have a pressurized pod, and go very fast.
You see all of these black lumps here? This is where the Hyperloop used to be. Well, that's one way of leveling it. They've taken all the concrete pillars out. Under the cars, literally under the cars, is all that's left of Elon Musk's amazing Hyperloop vision.
But it's really not that hard.
It still sounds pretty complicated, Elon.
It's like a tube with an air hockey table. It's really, I swear, it's not that hard.
From New York to Washington, D.C., or L.A. to San Francisco, in less than an hour in one of these giant vacuum tubes.
Oh, man, this is a heavy door. Okay, so what if I told you that there was a mode of transportation that not only promised to leave planes, trains, and automobiles all in the dust,
Advancing the state of transportation, trying new things that have never been done before.
Could be launched down the tube at near hypersonic speeds, then boosted by linear induction motors, essentially making the tube a big railgun.
So, the end of the Hyperloop. That was now now just a solid string of cars.
Can you imagine how awesome it will be?
And for those who haven't spotted it yet, the glowing neon sign saying that Elon Musk is lying is whenever he says, I expect, he's lying. I feel strongly that he's lying. I feel confident that he's lying. I think there's a very good chance that this year he's lying. Wouldn't it be awesome if he's lying? In fact, whenever he expresses an opinion, he's lying. Like his sports car, with literally impossible specs.
Breaks 1,000 kilometers. A production electric vehicle will travel more than 1,000 kilometers in a single charge at highway speed.
The quick version being, for that to be true, the battery would be bigger than the car. Musk fans. The dumbest, most gullible simps on the planet. Musk tells them that he personally designed a special shade of red that makes the car go faster. Musk tells them he's going to use rocket technology to make a kilo of roadster lighter than a kilo of feathers. Musk tells them that the new Roadster will be powered entirely by his own vaporware promises and will require no extra energy to run. Musk tells them that the car will sprout wings and fly. Actually, that last one's mostly true.
We're going to put rocket thrusters on it.
For real?
Yes.
What are they going to burn?
Nothing. Ultra high pressure compressed air.
Whoa. Just air?
Cold gas thrusters.
Not saying the next-gen Roadster's special upgrade package will definitely enable it to fly short hops, but maybe. Certainly possible. Just a question of safety. Rocket tech applied to a car opens up revolutionary possibilities. I personally really think this is actually going to be happening, and he tends to not joke around with too much stuff like this. He really loves making the ludicrous happen.
Actually, he more enjoys making the ludicrous not happen. But he sure as hell likes getting the money up front, which is why Musk took 1,000 deposits for $250,000 apiece for the Foundation Series Roadster. And has thus far, some 8 years later, delivered nothing.
And let me tell you, I'm gonna work my ass off for you guys. So, I really will. So, and we're gonna take Doge to Mars.
Take Doge to Mars? You couldn't even take a banana to the Indian Ocean. Not that it really matters, because Musk had already said that he was going to take people to Mars in 2016, and predicted he was going to take their first humans there by 2024.
So then in 2024, we want to try to fly 4 ships. 2 of which would be crewed, and 2 of which, two cargo and two crew.
Yeah, when Musk says, imagine, that's literally what he's talking about. Go to the land of make-believe, because that's as close as he gets to doing any of this.
Can you imagine how awesome it will be?
Yeah, make-believe. It's Elon Musk's substitute for actual achievement.
I mean, would it be incredible if you could travel around LA, New York, DC, Chicago,
To have American astronauts plant the flag.
Paris, London, anywhere at 150 miles an hour? That'd be phenomenal.
On another planet for the first time? Bam!
Dude, you could even make a sports car given $1,250,000 pre-orders paid up front.
Today, I'm going to attempt to recover my £4,000 that Tesla have refused to give me back for 8 years. I didn't get it, so I just assumed there was a bit of a mistake. I chased it a few times, but then I heard nothing until 2021, where they asked me for the balance of the full car of £181,000 for the Founders Edition. How did that make sense? It'd been 4 years since I cancelled my refundable deposit, and now they're asking for a huge amount of money for a car already late and with no concrete production date.
It was the foundation of the whole company. It was the Tesla Roadster. People have asked us for a long time, when are you going to make a new Roadster? We are making it now.
That is, you got people to give you $250 million and gave them literally nothing.
Yeah!
And Musk said he would build a human landing system for NASA for $3 billion. And he's had $3 billion of the US taxpayer and has delivered them precisely 0 human landing systems.
Yeah!
Although he's got quite efficient at blasting the US taxpayer money into the Gulf of Starship. But the karma at the end here is just kind of beautiful, in that Musk wanted to see himself as a saviour, a messianic, an exceptional individual. And in just a week or so, he went from claiming that he had ensured the continuation of civilization.
It is thanks to you that the future of civilization is assured.
To finding out that his actual role in that continued civilization was going to be updating the IT department's software. Reading from Trump's executive order, the USDS administrator, that's Elon Musk, shall commence a software modernization initiative to improve the quality and efficiency of government-wide software, network infrastructure, and IT systems. The job of the richest man in the world has gone from prancing around on stage to literally being given the most boring, thankless task in government. It's almost euphoric in its poetic cruelty. You can just imagine Elon Musk dying inside as he's reading this. Among other things, the USDS administrator shall work with agency heads to promote interoperability between agency networks and systems. Oh, this is beautiful. Ensure data integrity and facilitate responsible data collection and synchronization. Oh, God, does he deserve this. Now, you might be wondering why it's not just called the Doge department. You know, like it was meant to be called. Why is it called the United States Department of Government Efficiency Services? Well, it turns out they just renamed the United States Digital Service, the IT department basically of the government, to the United States Department of Government Efficiency Service. Basically, they just renamed the IT department and put Elon Musk in charge of it. And he's been so efficient at the Department of Government Efficiency that a week or so after he took control and changed the name of the agency, the website hasn't changed at all. Let's take a look at their top listed projects, shall we? Continuously improving SSA.gov. The Social Security Administration is building on the momentum from their partnership with the US Digital Services by implementing iterative research, best practices, and data-informed approaches to ensure the website is usable and useful. Yeah, welcome to your new home, Elon.
Man, I can't wait. This is going to be fantastic.
Building COVID-19 vaccine finder tools. With the American people eager for COVID-19 vaccinations, the White House partnered with the U.S. Digital Services, the Center for Disease Control and Prevention, the Department of blah, 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 blah.
How inspiring would that be?
Yep, this is what the Department of Government Efficiency's website actually looks like now. Well, in that it's actually not been changed since Musk took over, which is about 10 days ago now, changing how the government hires technical talent.
I mean, can you imagine how awesome it will be?
We helped develop the process that allows the human resources to leverage the subject matter experts to evaluate candidates for specialized roles. The result restores fair and open access for all applicants, shortens the hiring timeline, and ensures applicants are truly qualified.
Having a good laugh now, Q. Does it amuse you to think of me living out the rest of my life as a dreary man in a tedious job?
Yeah!